The old forest whispered tales of forgotten things. Things best left undisturbed, or so the legend said. It was a place where time seemed to stand still, where the air was thick with mystery and the unknown. Four friends, restless and curious, ventured into its depths. They were drawn by the allure of the unknown, the promise of adventure that lay hidden beneath the forest's ancient canopy. Max, the brooding artist, saw wonder in decay. To him, the forest was a canvas of forgotten stories, each decayed leaf and fallen branch a brushstroke of history. Lily, the pragmatist, documented their every step. Her camera was her shield, capturing the beauty and the eerie silence of the forest. Sam, the skeptic, masked his fear with bravado. He joked and laughed, but his eyes betrayed a flicker of unease. Chloe, the dreamer, felt an irresistible pull. The forest seemed to whisper her name, calling her deeper into its embrace. The air grew heavy, sunlight struggling to penetrate the dense canopy. Shadows danced around them, creating an almost otherworldly atmosphere. A cacophony of cicadas filled the humid air. Their relentless song was both a comfort and a warning, a reminder of the forest's untamed nature. The path, barely discernible, led them deeper into the wood's embrace. Each step took them further from the familiar, closer to the heart of the forest's mystery. Then through the ancient oaks and twisted vines they saw it, a glimpse of something out of place, something that didn't belong in the natural order of the forest, a forgotten carnival swallowed by nature's relentless grasp. Rusty rides and faded colors stood as silent sentinels of a bygone era. A shiver ran down Chloe's spine, a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The sight was both eerie and enchanting, a paradox that drew her in. She couldn't explain the allure, but something about the dilapidated carnival drew her in. It was as if the place held secrets just waiting to be discovered. This wasn't just an abandoned place, it was a secret waiting to be unearthed. The forest had led them here for a reason, and they were about to uncover its hidden story. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the carnival seemed to awaken from its slumber. The vibrant lights flickered on, casting a magical glow over the grounds, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. The shadows grew longer, twisting familiar shapes into menacing figures. Trees that once stood tall and proud now loomed like ancient sentinels, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The air, thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying wood, took on a chilling quality. A mist began to rise, swirling around the carnival rides, adding an ethereal, almost ghostly feel to the atmosphere. A low hum vibrated through the ground, a steady pulse that resonated in their chests. It was as if the very earth beneath them was alive, breathing, and watching. The Ferris wheel creaked, a slow, tortured groan as if stretching after a long sleep. Each rotation seemed to echo through the night, a haunting reminder of the carnival's age and history. Lily swore she saw movement in one of the carriages, a fleeting silhouette against the fading light. Her heart raced as she strained her eyes, trying to make sense of the shadowy figure. Sam scoffed, attributing it to their collective imagination running wild. He laughed it off, but there was a hint of unease in his voice that he couldn't quite hide. Max, ever the artist, was captivated by the play of light and shadow. The way the lights danced and the shadows shifted fascinated him, sparking his creative mind. His fingers itched to capture the scene, the palpable tension hanging heavy in the air. He could almost feel the energy of the carnival flowing through him, urging him to draw. He felt an unsettling presence, as though the carnival itself was watching their every move. The feeling of being observed was so strong it was almost tangible, making the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. Darkness descended, blanketing the woods in an oppressive silence. The trees stood tall and foreboding, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to ensnare any who dared to venture close. The air was thick with an eerie stillness, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. Then a sound, a single haunting note played on a calliope, pierced the stillness. It was a melody both beautiful and terrifying, echoing through the trees and sending shivers down the spine of anyone who heard it. The note lingered, hanging in the air like a ghostly whisper. It seemed to emanate from the very heart of the carnival, beckoning them closer. The entrance loomed ahead, draped in shadows and mystery. The once vibrant colors of the carnival now appeared muted and ghostly under the pale moonlight. The air shimmered, and a ghostly light emanated from within the carnival grounds. It was an otherworldly glow, casting an ethereal light that danced among the trees. The light seemed to pulse in time with the haunting melody, drawing them in with an almost hypnotic allure. One by one, flickering gaslights sputtered to life, casting dancing shadows that writhed and contorted like living things. The lights created a surreal atmosphere, where reality and nightmare intertwined. The shadows seemed to have a life of their own, moving in a macabre dance. The carousel, its once vibrant paint now faded and peeling, began to turn. The creaking of its old wooden horses added to the eerie symphony of sounds. It was a relic of a forgotten time, now brought back to life in this haunted setting. Its haunting melody, a warped waltz, filled the air, promising joy but delivering only unease. The music was a twisted version of what it once was, each note a reminder of the carnival's dark past. It was a siren's call, beautiful yet deadly. Chloe felt a hand on her arm, Max's face etched with concern. His grip was firm, a silent plea for her to stay close. The fear in his eyes mirrored her own, a shared understanding of the danger they were in. His eyes, wide with a terror he couldn't mask, darted around the increasingly surreal scene. Every shadow seemed to hide a threat, every sound a potential danger. The forest, once a place of adventure, had become a realm of nightmares. Even Sam, his usual bravado gone, seemed rooted to the spot, unable to tear his gaze from the macabre spectacle unfolding before them. The bravest of their group, now paralyzed by fear, a testament to the carnival's terrifying power. They stood together, bound by their shared horror, as the shadows danced and the music enchanted. Panic welled in their chests as they realized the carnival rides were moving, but there were no operators, no carnival barkers, no laughter of children, just the whirring of gears and the mournful strains of the calliope, its music growing louder, faster, more insistent. They were trapped in a spectral performance, the only audience to this macabre show. "We need to get out of here." Max's voice was a strained whisper, barely audible above the escalating cacophony. He tried to pull Chloe back towards the woods, but she stood frozen, mesmerized by the terrifying beauty of it all. Lily, her camera forgotten, grabbed Sam's hand, pulling him along. They stumbled through a labyrinth of distorted mirrors, their reflections grotesque caricatures mocking their fear. The carnival seemed to twist and turn upon itself, every path leading them deeper into its clutches. Section 5. Escape from the clutch of eternity. The ground vibrated and the Ferris wheel groaned as it picked up speed, its carriages swinging wildly. They could see the gate now, their only escape route, bathed in the eerie green glow of the Ferris wheel's lights. But between them and freedom stood a figure, tall and skeletal, draped in what looked like a tattered ringmaster's coat, its face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat. It held out a skeletal hand, its long, bony fingers beckoning them closer. Adrenaline surged through Max. He shoved Chloe and Lily towards the gate, yelling, "Run!" They didn't need telling twice. They sprinted, their lungs burning, legs screaming in protest. As they dodged past the spectral figure and through the gate, the carnival's laughter echoing in their ears. Safe within the woods, they collapsed onto the forest floor, gasping for breath. The carnival's cacophony faded behind them, replaced by the normal sounds of the night. But the experience had irrevocably changed them, branded their souls with the memory of the carnival's nightmare. As they made their way through the woods, the first rays of dawn filtering through the trees, they couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. They knew deep down the carnival remained, hidden in the woods, waiting for its next victims. Max glanced back one last time. He could have sworn he saw the Ferris wheel still turning, a slow, mournful rotation against the dawning sky. And in its shadow he thought he saw the figure, still watching, still waiting. Back in their familiar world, the memory of the carnival lingered like a bad dream. They tried to forget, to move on, but the echoes of the calliope's tune haunted their waking hours. Lily developed her photos, each image more disturbing than the last. The shadows seemed deeper, the smiles on the carousel animals more menacing, the figure at the gate clearer, its skeletal hand reaching out as if to pull them back into the nightmare. Sam, his skepticism shaken to the core, became withdrawn, his eyes constantly scanning their surroundings, searching for any sign of the carnival's return. He knew deep down that what they had experienced was not a figment of their imaginations. Chloe, once drawn to the carnival's mystery, was now plagued by nightmares. The haunting melody of the carousel played on repeat in her dreams, the skeletal figure always present, its silent laughter echoing in her ears. She began to draw what she saw, her sketchbook filled with disturbing images of the carnival, each one more detailed, more horrifying than the last. The carnival had taken root in her mind, its presence a constant, unwelcome companion. They never spoke of the carnival again. The experience, too terrifying to share, remained their secret. But the fear lingered, a constant reminder of the night they stumbled upon the carnival in the woods. They knew with chilling certainty that they had been touched by something ancient, something evil. And though they had escaped with their lives, a part of them would forever remain trapped within the carnival's grasp, forever changed by their encounter with the darkness. The carnival waited, hidden in the woods, its eerie melody carried on the wind, a siren song for the lost and the curious. And somewhere deep within the forest's embrace, the skeletal figure smiled, knowing that the carnival's hold on its chosen few would never truly be broken.